So, hello, and welcome back to Supernova Labs. Been talking about financial structures today with people in the space industry. And oh my god, there are so many. It is crazy, all the different vehicles and structures and means by which people raise like millions in capital to put into these things. Like, it just boggles the mind. I think there's definitely somewhere where I'm going to need some help. Because I think when I first did some estimates about building this space plane, I came up with that the whole program, I wanted the whole program to cost $1 billion and us be able to build the single stage to orbit space plane for the same unit cost as an F-16, so about 30 to 40 million per unit as like our starting point, which basically lends us to like high net worth individuals, ultra high net worth individuals, and militaries and governments. Right, it's the classic model of build low volume at high value, and then step it down to the point where you can build it at low cost for the general public, and use the racing mechanism to drive the innovation down to consumer level. But fuck, Jesus Christ. It is mental how complex these financial structures are. I just don't understand it. Well, I get them. Like I do understand like EIS and all these different structures people use to make a company more investable, but bloody hell. Just really underscores that the gap between where I am and where I would need to be to demonstrate the credibility necessary to get the investment that I need. It's a bit daunting. But I'm meeting people that are helping, and I'm learning a lot as I'm going. It just kind of really makes me I don't know. There's a part of me that's like, yes, absolutely, we need to learn this. But another part of me that's like, why does all this exist? Like, like a lot of this is just obfuscation for the general public that they would never be able to even access this. Yeah, a lot of these structures, I'm sure they're all there for good reason. There's a lot of history and finance and malfeasance that mandates some kind of additional protections or some legal apparatus that needs to be in place, and it just all kind of piles on top of each other to the point where you need people and like various classes of lawyers to make things happen. Yeah, daunting. Really daunting. Why can't it just be as easy as just give us the money or fucking build a space plane? Oh man. Yeah. If only. If only. Where are all the ultra high net worth individuals out that just want to put into this and make it simple? It's kind of interesting because I guess a lot of these high net worth individuals now, like, they don't need to worry about the day to day of the financial stuff. Like, they can just, I mean, they've got minions that that can run around and organise that for them. For them, it's just like it is as easy as just like giving money. armies of people to sort it all out, and manage all the legal structures and siphon off their little piece of it. I think one thing that it really shows is that when I had the first lab in London, and we got 30 grand to put into building the first like high street space lab in the UK, because why would people ever want that? Just how naive I was back then. I mean, no wonder I fell flat on my face. Blimey, I've got so much reading to do. So much reading to do to get my head around all these financial structures. A lot of it's just being able to speak the language, right? It's like you're speaking to people that speak the same language as you, but they work in an industry with its own phraseology and terminology that just, I mean, if you're not able to speak that language, it's like you're bounced immediately. Like, just to give you an example of something that just came out of the last call. Let's see if I can find it. It's where did that go? That must have closed the tab. There we go. Yeah, Chartered Financial Analytics, GARP accounting, ISA accounting. I mean, the CFA, yeah, I mean, I know what the CFA is. But EIS schemes, EMI schemes, EIS schemes. I mean, funny for all the people that get worried about LGBTQ people as the Alphabet Society. I mean, the financial society is on a whole different level. Oh, blimey. What are we going to do? Good to have somebody around to help make this simple. When I first started, there was crypto was still like a burgeoning thing, and like ICOs were just starting out. I was running PR for a lot of the ICO projects in Ethereum at the time, and people raising like 40 million and like hundreds of millions of pounds. Now, I mean, I understand that, yeah, like some of it might have been money laundering, and I was none the wiser, because I was just interested in the tech, right? The ability to raise that kind of capital without needing to go through IPOs and get all the financial documentation down, because like that, it's almost like, because that is such a hardened and like all borderline impossible to like climb learning curve from somebody coming in green. Crypto was simple. It was super simple. And especially when you think about DAOs and how you can organize decentralized groups of people together, and like add operations into the financial transactions with code or smart contracting. It turns money into something far much more. Where machines could be having financial transactions but also exchanging data at the same time. Or instructions, right? So you can have, like, let's say, AIs that run on recursive loops so far as they have money in the wallet. And when they run out of money, that's solves the halting problem of a recursive AI, right? But then also, people would be able to hold the coins as an investment And perhaps those two things are in conflict, I don't know. So I think, again, there's a lot of heuristics that have been added on top by the FCA and the, what do you call it? Yeah, the, what is it? What's it in the state? The IRS in the States, yeah. Where they need to be either utility tokens or like share tokens, right? It's just, like, you got this artificial bridge, and now it's like, people just wanted to trade coins on an exchange. And like, kind of in the same vein as flavored coins for Bitcoin, you have all these different tokens that are dedicated for specific purposes that you can do atomic swaps over an exchange and build smart utility into financial transactions, right? So at the end of the day, like, the money all resolves down to pounds, dollars, yen. But when I make a transaction to my, I don't know, laundrette, for example, like, it can trade the pounds to financial tokens to run the code on a machine, for as long as that wallet has money in it. But then I guess this is just, I mean, I think this is something that I didn't realise at the time. These are just loyalty point systems. Just loyalty point systems with extra steps. I think something that's become very clear to me is that, yeah, people talk about code being law, but the reality of law is that ultimately resolves down to people. And I think some people get the cart before the horse, that the people are supposed to be at the centre of the law, not the other way around. And I kind of believe in simplifying as much as I can with that, because like, I'm not I don't know that much about it. I just want to make it simple for myself, let alone everybody else. Oh, man. Again, just a learning opportunity, right? Stuff I've got to learn anyway. So let's hit the books. You don't get wild amounts of wealth without needing some kind of people involved that can manage your assets and the financial structures to mitigate whatever comes with that. So I'm sure there are things that I'm not even thinking about that happens at that scale. Yeah, it just all feels very big right now. It all feels very big. I think I need to simplify it down to stuff that I can chew on. Right? How does anybody learn anything, right? You make it into tiny little bits and chew on those individually. That's kind of why I make little engines and little tiny 3D prints of things and try and do a little bit every day, because it's easy to do something every day, to like get one thing out of the way. And then eventually you've got like a whole battery of documentation and models and things you can lean on when you're in these discussions with people to lend credibility to what you're doing. it's gonna be. I think I'll take the weekend to mull over this all. But with that, hope you enjoy your weekend. Hope you have a wonderful day. If it's sunny where you are, enjoy the sun. If it's rainy where you are, snuggle up with something warm, hot drink, and a blanket. Just make yourself cozy. Speak to you soon.